All right, just wanted to give you Prof here, and just wanted to give you guys an update. Here's the Happy Hacking keyboard. The wrist rest. Remember I showed you a bunch of issues? You'd lean back, it would pop up. Doesn't happen anymore. Doesn't, remember, it would slip. Doesn't move. What it would actually also do is because the foot was inwards of this, it would ride up on the mouse pad. Doesn't move anywhere. Here are the old feet. Look how ungrippy that is. Solve that. Just like I said I would. Can barely see them. eGrips. Look at this. This is so grippy that you can slide. There's nothing on that side. I put 4 in each corner. Wasn't enough. This was touching. So I put 4 little ones. Little ones right there. Now you flip this over. You probably can't tell how much force I'm putting on there, but it's quite a lot. Make stuff for your phone. Like if you don't want to run a case. Actually, sort of similar to how a D-brain skin works, but it's grippy. Here's another thing I can show you. This, when they developed it, it was too tall for that. But it's 100% because they didn't take this foot height, which is pretty thick. It's more than a 16th of an inch, I believe. Just a guess there. Watch this with eGrips. Lines right up. No seam. Because they're so thin. It is slightly higher, but that's the mistake they made when they made this, is they made this the height of that keyboard. And they didn't account for the feet they were putting on there. Now also, it's slightly not wide enough for me, so I need to space it out about that far is what I usually do. I might eventually 3D print, give me some ideas down in the comments. I might eventually 3D print a spacer. Imagine a spacer that goes in between here, right? Just space it out about that far. And I should be able to lock it into these. Like if I have little sticks coming off of it, you know, so it can kind of slide and lock into here. And I don't really feel that strip there, right? Because you don't, it's not where my palm is. So I could just even do little boxes, like box, and space it, or I could do a whole big thing that then locks into these groups. I don't know why those grooves are there necessarily, maybe from production, but I'm going to utilize them probably so that I can make a spacer and basically make this the width I want. And I wouldn't want the spacer the full length because then it won't fit in the case right there. So maybe just having those little sticks I can put on, and there's a spot for a cable in the case that I never use. Those would probably fit in there. So what I need is like a little stick that's that dimension with a box on there, like a little square that spaces this from, I think it was like 3.5 to 4 or 4.25 inches. That would be great. I've got to design something like that. Let me know what you think down below. And you see these eGrips, they're amazing. I actually was sent a couple years back from the creator of it a care package. So, something you should really check out. These are all little, you can see there better, like varied, yeah, big, small circles, big circles, thin strips, wide, long strips, and squares. So there, those right there. And then this one over here, I also have. There you go. I think this is what it says on here now, will not work for sides of phones. I think it was originally designed to, but I would agree that the adhesive on here, at least on these ones I have, is not strong enough to stay there. It'll just peel off eventually because this material is so grippy that it like your pocket will grab it and peel it off. Like I have a much stronger adhesive. And like you can see here that this being this thin is perfectly fine for me because the desk is smooth, as would my desk at home. Now, if you need a bit of height on it, right? You may have seen this on some other products I have, but I back it with the clear double-sided sticky tape from 3M. And what you do is you just take this, peel it off, put it on the double-sided sticky tape, cut out the double-sided sticky tape, and then put it on. You'll get a little more height. And sometimes you need that because it's not like a perfectly smooth surface like this. Here, as an example too, I used it on the bottom of the blue microphone. Those are just some generic. You see how it kind of like peels up at the edge? They recommend smoothing it out. If you get the pre-cut, like what I put on here, these guys, it's already kind of rounded. What you can buy as well is right there, and that's what I bought for many, many years. Was just the roll there, and you can cut it to whatever you want. So I said I'd fix this, show you guys how I did it, and look at that. That thing doesn't freaking move, but just pick it up and it works. It's a really, really cool material. And it's not cheap. It used to be a little bit cheaper, but you know, stuff went up over time. And it is actually quite old. I've known about this for probably 10 years at this point. And I say check it out, you know. Even if you just buy like one set of that, try it out, and I really think you guys will find it interesting. So I had a couple. I guess I got sent these as like a tester trial thing when I reached out because I hadn't seen their stuff for a couple years. So really interesting stuff. I found this solved many things for me, and it's better than any, not pretty much any rubber foot. If you need that thickness, you can solve that by adding a backing to it. So give eGrips a check out. It's just eGrips.com. So hope you guys enjoyed my quick fix to my wrist rest from stop moving around and it doesn't tip anymore and all of that. I just made it a better product and showed you guys a product that can help you with your DIY stuff. Have a good one. Peace.